Aloha everyone, this is Z808 with another week of Apex Arena Review. This week has been lots of ups and downs. The main reason is on Friday night or Saturday morning, because of my time zone, it was Friday night. I actually went out with my friend and got a little had a little too much to drink, so ended up going to bed early and did not play any games. And for those who know me, I have very limited time playing on the weekends, and basically that Saturday I completely missed out on playing any Apex Arena games. Now on Sunday, I was able to get a couple games in, and doing the first bracket, it was very. It had a really good start. Three games in a row. I just needed two more games to hit Langrisser. Then I messed up big time. I actually faced a Clotaire that completely destroyed my team. I think I won't show it today. I think I'll share that game tomorrow. And the reason for that is because I actually got some really good advice from my guildmates. They said, hey Z808, I like your videos and stuff, but it's way too long. You guys gotta keep it short, for pro gamers like us, we need to, keep our like 10-minute, maybe max 20 minutes, because we're just too busy with our real life stuff. And it's kind of nice that you do like 1 hour videos, but can't really watch it. So I have taken that to heart. I do appreciate all the feedback in the comments. Sorry for being a little sarcastic there, but on a serious note, I definitely take that into heart. So there's a couple more suggestions that I'm actually gonna put timestamps in my description. So if you just want to kind of jump into the games, I'm gonna have that available as well. But anyways, well, I already wasted a few minutes just talking, and we definitely want to take a look at some of the games that we are, that I want to highlight today. And let's go at it. So I think it was quite good in a sense where I was able to actually use my Rozenciel a lot more than expected. So let's start with this first one. And I know in my Rozenciel suggestion video, or my deep dive video, that I said I didn't recommended a certain skills, but in this particular game, I actually used something completely different, which I completely contradict myself. But anyway, so very normal pick ban. I ban Juggler. I pick Juggler if I get to use him. That's my Assassin and Reem, which kind of makes sense. Since I got to ban Juggler, he didn't pick Rozenciel. I did that. I'm never gonna give them double Landius because that's just a nightmare to deal with when I'm using Juggler. Lico, my normal second pick, if possible, depending on how kind of everything goes. With he, I didn't want to give him any fraction buff there, so kind of moving on to my normal picks. Picking Luna. Pretty straightforward pick ban here. If you notice here, I don't have much DPS left, right? That's like the only choice I have, but which is still very nice because it's still within the princess faction. For my opponent, quite a bit of dangerous characters. Still get SP Elwin, get D-Lid, Ares. Got rid of 2 of my healers, which is fine. Picks Iris, probably for the teleport. I got rid of their most dangerous ones. And then I picked Rozenciel. It's like, wow, Rozenciel last pick? Like, you serious? Like, does not people care about her? I guess not, but okay. It's fine. I'm okay with that. I need practice anyways, right? I don't have enough. If I don't practice, I don't know how good or bad she is. So kind of just hanging back and working up my stacks. And oh, and on a side note, I just so happy that Dilit got her 3C because you can actually use her effectively now without gimping your juggler. And my opponent's kind of setting up as well, hanging back, waiting, and I swear, like every single character get breeze. What the hell? Breeze there. Tenyo breeze will be +3. Again, that's crazy. But anyways. Still hanging back. It's like, okay, well, fine then. I can play the patience game. Okay, I guess maybe she didn't want to be so patient. Charging in. Oh no, gonna get sniped. Maybe. So, what the heck happened there? Yeah, good question. So let's jump back. Sorry. That was so unexpected, right? So why did my Lico didn't get any damage? So let me show you. Oh, my thing bugged out. Yes, I did. I can't even. Right, let's redo it then. Sorry about that. I do want to share and explain why. It was a very short fight, but it's important to look at what I did. Okay, so here's what I did. Oh no, did I bug it again? No, I didn't. Okay, so this is what I did. So let's check my skills. So one, I have Luna, and Luna, of course, her skill gives. So this would be a good one. Yep. So it gives the what was it? The aura. So damage taken is reduced. Magic damage taken is decreased by 30%. But if you look through my buffs, I also have this right here. Damage taken minus 15%, which is the same as Miracle. But I don't have a Miracle. I'm not using Miracle. In fact, I'm using what we call defense support. So this was one of the skills I said I didn't think it was worth using, but I did want to test it. So basically what happens is that every time you end your turn with Rozenciel, right, after taking action, decrease damage taken by 2 friendly units within 2 blocks. And if you do your positioning correct, you can always kind of choose, or most likely choose who they are, not including this unit, by 15%, and make them immune to defense and magic defense reduction effects. Plus, this is the big one, and healing negation debuffs. So that's super nice. So if you notice where I'm standing, if this is where I'm standing, the 2 buffs will be both for Juggler and for Licorice. And the reason why I kept Licorice back here because I was scared of Hiei. I didn't want to get sniped. So that's one of the main reasons why I kept her back here. But I also wanted to use that because in case he's trying to snipe me, I can survive. But basically when my opponent charges him with Dilit and doing no damage, it's a dead Dilit, and then he has like no firepower, right? All he has left is Hiei, which is not going to kill anything. Especially with the 1000 defense Dilit, 900 defense Luna, 1100 defense Juggler. What is his Hiei gonna do? Nothing, exactly. So once he lost his Dilit, he gave up. So yeah, first fight of the night, I got to use Rozenciel. Felt good. Let's take a look at another game that I got to use Rozenciel. But before I do that, I want to share this game. So this game, this game was it was very close. It was a very close game. but it really showed how strong Albedo is in a single target fight. And I do want to highlight this because I don't get to use Albedo all that much, honestly. Lately, people has been giving me juggler. So when I got first juggler, I have no choice but to use Albedo. But if you look at the boxes, I already know that it's a rush box, right? Ares, Claret, SP Elwyn, Young Jessica, and then Alastrio. Alastrio is quite strong on this map with the mountain on top as well. Didn't want to. Oh, and Leon, another rush unit. I didn't want to. That's why I first banned Akka. Normally, I think 99% of the fights I always ban juggler, but when I see Akka, I change my pick ban. Okay. Anyways, let's go on. Yep, very confident. Pick Ares first pick, so I got rid of the buffer, got rid of Alastrio, went with Albedo, getting rid of my AoE buffer and Ares for the range. Pick Zarita. I took off the rest of his tank. Oh no, I took off Juggler because I still didn't want to deal with him. And yep, more long range. He picked SPL win. Get rid of his AoE now because I don't have Rozenciel anymore. I get my faction buffer for Albedo. More long range. And this map, Leon is super strong with his the motorcycle troops because of the defense tiles here. So if you don't position correctly, and first player can actually snipe your units on turn 1 if you miss position. And I actually gave him a tank at the very end, so which is okay. But this is what I'm talking about. If Leon places right here, he have 2 chance to negate these what you call it, the defense tiles. So you see he have actually 7 moves, and he can move 1, and then I believe he can also negate this even when he uses the chivalry, if I remember correctly. So if I put my tank maybe here, like juggler here, and then if I put in DPS or healer here, then that my unit would have been sniped. But of course, with me already kind of predicting that, I put my Albedo here. Nothing he can do, and Albedo can basically protect all the characters around her. But this I figured, yep, single target and AoE, sniping, and then single target. But well, it's okay. That's what Albedo is for. So let's just both sides slowly inching forward. I'm kind of staying back because I want to assess where he's gonna place his units so that I can counter it correctly. Because he has the range. I have healer and AoE, so since his Zarita needs 2 turns to set up and there's no Ak again, I was okay to slowly move forward. He's inching forward. All my characters are protected right now. I'm okay. He's jumping in. Noble charge. I did get a proc on the block, so I didn't take too much damage. But he did rearrange all my units. So I have to heal up. Damage him a little bit at the same time. Him getting Zarita to set up. I was able to then finish off his Ares. Him doing a follow-up with Leon. Unfortunately, my 3C proc, so that means I took 0 damage, or literally close to 0 damage. But he does have balanced blade, so completely messes up my positioning. So I am gonna lose a character in a second, but Luna was able to finish off his Leon, and bye-bye Bozo. That's the beauty of SP Elwyn. He's just literally going and sniping things. And when he's by himself, he has 2 lives, so it's not easy to just kill him off. So I'm slowly working on it. But it is 4 against 3. However, keep in mind that Zarita is super strong and probably gonna snipe. Yep. There goes my healer. And I was able to take his first life. He was smart. He's like, I'm gonna retreat, because basically if he moves enough spaces, he can then get 2 life. So, but he did want to wait till his opportunity. But here is where I picked the right skill for this match. So instead of using the other attack skill, I decided to go with Shield Bash, and the reason for that is because I know he didn't have any healer. There's no gospel. That means he's vulnerable to stun. So this is the exact opportunity that I needed. He also picked a route to kind of do the same, but keep in mind I did have Liana to dispel and whatnot, but that was like the perfect timing. Try to do some damage. Unfortunately, Albedo is just gonna shrug it off, and because his tank is stunned, I was able to kill off Zarita. So basically at this point I am fairly comfortable. However, like I said, he had like 1% life. He gets back to full because of his talent. Very strong talent. I try to recover with 3C. Hopefully, I don't have any heals left for my Albedo, and she's very low on life. But it's okay because my Luna and Lico is not as fragile as most people think they are. Don't pick on the girls, man. They are princesses. So that is gonna kill off my Albedo. No 3C proc, no block proc. I still have my heals came back, so that's kind of nice. So I'm slow, and he has no heals. So I got stunned, but you know, the fog creeping in on me. So what happened there? Let's take a look back, because you would figure a full health Elven hitting a Luna is gonna kill her, right? I mean, he has fairly high attack, almost 1500 attack, and I don't even have full life, so Last Rites did not kick in. So what happened? Almost no damage. Why is that? And I'll explain. So the reason for that is because my troops actually took most of the damage. The reason for it is because he's using unicorns. In unicorns, as we know, physical damage dealt by normal attack is treated as magic damage. And what is Luna good for? Well, her innate is that she has very high magic defense, but at the same time, magic taken damage is decreased by 30%. Same thing for the troops. So most of the attack from the Unicron was absorbed by the troops, and probably took a couple hit of Elwyn's attack as well. And because I am using special tech with defense command, she have herself fusion faction buff. My defense is at 926, so nothing to laugh at. Again, she may look fragile, and because Elwyn wasn't able to use his sword he used it twice already. Yeah. And Lico with her healing blocks on the ground was able to keep Luna nice and healthy. And then of course this as well. So every time I do this, I believe, yep, more healing for her. Keeps it nice. So he's gonna try and attack me again. Same thing, my troops takes most of damage from the unicorns. I kill off his tank with Lico and take care of Elwyn. So it was a very good fight, very close fight. However, Albedo did her job by one stunning, and then I think she took like at least 5 or 6, 7, or even 7 hits before she went down. So that was a very pleasurable fight for me. It was very intense though. I mean, like, wow. So that's the second fight I wanted to share. And gee, there was 2 fights that so I won 3 games, right? I won this game, this game, this game, and then I lost 2 right after that. With this, I'll show this tomorrow, or not tomorrow, but another fight, the Cloterra. Like, it was so bad. And then I completely, because I felt so bad after, I completely messed up on the pick ban on the next game as well. But I think the last game I want to share today would be another use of Rozenciel. And this game, it's sort of amusing, because when I went into the pick ban, I didn't know who it was. But when I got into the game itself, I saw it was Manson. And I know that Dango is playing Manson's account this particular season. So when I saw it, it's like, oh, okay, I'm playing with against Dango, which is, I know he's a top player. And I was like, oh man, this is the fight right before I hit the Langrisser rank. What's gonna happen? It was quite challenging. And the pick ban was so messy for me. So horrible, because I didn't really understand his box quite good in the beginning, and then I realized it a little bit too late, but which still kind of worked out, but you know, still normal. He banned my Albedo first, which makes me think he's going for a single target, especially with the Yulia and Noemi, Rosalia. So yeah, I knew it was going to be a tough fight. He didn't ban SB Elwyn quick, so, and he also banned all my AoE debuffs, and so that's when I know he was gonna go with Yulia, which makes me think he's like, it's very important that I gotta get rid of his gospel ASAP, because if she gets gospel, there's not much I can do. So I start getting rid of his healers, or at least I thought I was getting rid of his healers, but I didn't realize it too. I was a little late. He got rid of all my buffers, so he got rid of Bozo and Luna. So now my Lico has no fraction buff, and I mean, I can have either a gospel here or maybe Sophia, but I think he banned it fairly. I think he banned it right after this. I can't remember. I got off his fraction buffers for Yulia. I pick Joshua. Don't ask me why. He picks, yep, gospel for her. I got rid of the assassins. Pick Arian Rod, which is probably a bad idea since 2 swords here and a lancer, no horse. And then I even end up giving him another gospel. Very bad. I was able to get, had a choice of SB Elwyn and Rozenciel. Obviously, I do have somewhat of a healer, but I have to have it. I have to have a healer. He has healer, 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 healer. I mean, like, his whole team can heal. I didn't realize that until after the fact. I thought I banned all his healers, but I was so wrong. Anyways, so let's take a look at skill selection. And this was actually quite funny. I thought it was funny. The reason why I said it was funny, I'm saying it's funny, is because before I'm recording this video right now, I went and looked at Dango's Twitch stream, which he was streaming, not during when we were fighting, but after, and like right before I'm recording this video, and he made a comment. And the comment he said is, he was looking at all my characters, right? Of course, we always do that. We always analyze the opponent's characters and what skill they bring. And this is what I brought. So I brought nothing for Licorice. I didn't bring a faction buff. I did bring her normal skills. My normal AoE and B shock for Juggler, which I think it was a mistake. I should have picked faction buff, or I should have brought the Great Dragon Barrier, because he has magic damage, right? If I'm gonna tank anything, that's what I needed. I have Arian Rod, which could be buffed by Joshua. And then I have Rozenciel. And the comment that he made is like, wait a minute, what is this guy thinking? Rozenciel, faction buff, no Empire user except for herself. Now why would I do that? So yeah, why did I do that? But we'll see at the end why it made sense, and I'll let you see if you can pick it up. Okay, you have to foresee into the game before it happens, right? That's why we choose the skills as we need. It wasn't a mistake. I planned it specifically. I literally took all 90 seconds going through my skills, thinking of what to use, and I ended up with that. So let's see if I made the right choice. So do my faction buff. Nobody but herself. I stay way back because I have no idea how he's gonna approach, and I don't really have. And my tank is not tanking anything because he's all magic damage, right? Unless I jump, I'm not tanking anything. So literally, I'm moving back, waiting for my opportunity to strike. Basically, I won this game because he made one mistake. Literally one mistake. And I'm thankful for it. So, as he's moving forward, same thing for me. Slowly moving forward. Obviously, if you notice that he's actually using Force Priest, that means he's actually using Mass Heal, which is as a healer. What I was actually quite surprised is that he didn't use the 3C skill, because this is the 1C. This is 2 and 2. So I was surprised he didn't use this 3C skill, which would have been an AoE heal and an attack. But I guess because I'm using Juggler, I'm not sure what the thinking was behind on the skill selection there. Pretty standard for her, and that's really strong too, because with Elven Aura, as long as anybody within, I think, 2 spaces of her, after she uses it, can also heal. And of course, we all know Rachel can heal, and she also have Dark Reaper, can heal herself. So his team literally is all healers except and one tank. That was it was stressful when we were going through the fight itself. But anyways, as we are, and you got the breeze there, so I'm slowly setting myself up. So after this, I thought the opportunity was hoping I would be able to snipe her off with Joshua. However, that did like no damage. Unfortunately, from Juggler. So she basically now is almost back to full life. Joshua going in, even with the crit, did like no damage, unfortunately. We lock my Juggler down, take a good amount of life, heal herself and partner back up. So I knew I had to keep my Juggler alive as much as possible, so I jump in 3C. My Rozenciel is only 4 stars, so her healing is not that great. If it's 6 stars, he'll be back at full life. Fortunately for me, Rachel did not kill off Juggler, so I'm still in the game. So I take my opportunity to dispel all his buffs. What I was aiming for is getting rid of her self healing, but unfortunately Juggler can't take more than 3 attacks. But this is where his mistake was. If you notice, his Rachel got killed. So the positioning on where he put his Rachel allowed my Joshua to kill her off. And he does have his own faction buff, which is plus 20%, and then yep, right here, deals additional damage to me. So Phantom Raid deals additional damage to mages, plus his own faction buff of 20%. With 1427 was enough to kill her off because she was already damaged. Very nice from Aaron Rod. So that turned the table around, right? I lost my tank. However, I got rid of one of his strongest attacker healer, and then he's also damaged. He was able to kind of recover from it. But this is where the RNG comes in. Yep, clock once. Okay. Yep, I cannot be stunned because I have my stacks. And then goes in, heal myself up. This is super good on RNG as well. Lots of debuffs. This is what the RNG, what I was talking about. So D-Lit already used the range skill. Now she's behind Langrisser, so she can't attack. So that's why it was so important, that RNG right there from Licorice. I pushed them back to make sure that they can't. I couldn't kill anything, but it's okay. So you also noticed I did not attack first and then try to AoE. The reason for that is because I already used my 3C, right? If I use my 3C, that means I had the buff where I'm gonna reduce damage by 90%. So even if I attack Landius with my soldiers, he's gonna do a lot of damage to me, but it's gonna be negated 90%, so I wasn't gonna get any damage. So it would have been meaningless. So doing that AoE and pushing it back was a much better choice. And I was able to keep her under the 70% threshold, so she couldn't heal. That was very important. Even though she can use Heaven's Gift, but that's very minimal, right? So D-Lit here was able to use Gospel and come in, but not quite enough damage to kill me off. More healing for her. Land is coming in. And of course, Lico's gonna do her thing with the crit and kill off their healer. And I clocked. So I believe at this point there's really and my Dark Demise was already up at this turn. I remember very clearly that I said, hey, that's what I'm gonna do next. I also have another AoE, not quite strong enough, but still have an AoE. And he can't heal with her except with the item, and same with D-Lit. So he's at a quite open disadvantage. And I think at that point he ran away because he figured that it was close to impossible for him. So going back to the original question, right? So why the heck did I bring faction buff on Rozenciel? Did you figure that out yet? I hope you did, because it took me 90 seconds to figure that one out, to use that skill. But yes, that's it. With that, I was able to get into Langrisser rank. I was super happy. It was very stressful because I fought this super long game against Waltz. Then I fought against Ashtu, who is ranked top 10. Where is he at? I thought he was top 10. Where did he go? Top 20. Oh, I guess he went down. He's 27 now. I guess, or maybe he didn't go down. I think more people went up. Because when I fought against him, I think he was top 10 at that moment in time. So, but still, I mean, he's always been a very strong player. So I got super lucky on that fight too, because he made one tiny little mistake and that allowed me to win the game. But that and then of course the last one was against Dango. Whew, quite stressful. I think I'm gonna stop here today. I do appreciate you joining me for the Apex Arena reviews. I do plan to do another couple more game reviews tomorrow. I might show the Ash Dew one, but I definitely want to show you the Clotaire one on the next video. Thank you again for showing your support in joining me with the videos, and I always appreciate if you would subscribe, like and share, tell your friends about it, and if you enjoy Apex and you enjoy my videos, I'd love to hear about it in the comments below as well. Okay, that's it. Have a very, very good week, and good luck with your Apex matches next week. Aloha.